Hi guys, it's Omega. And I'm in my sewing room today. Actually, this is going to be a Sunday sewing chit chat, just to kind of catch you guys up, share some things, and actually ask you some things. And yeah, I'm in my sewing room, not really accomplishing a whole lot, but I did want to come on and do a video. I don't have a haul, but I do have a few things that I've acquired in the recent past few weeks. And I have some stuff on the way, guys. I have some stuff on the way that I'm going to come back and share. It's a fabric, of course, a fabric haul. I couldn't resist it. Oh, Lord. I have got to get to shopping my own stash because I have a ton of patterns and fabric and all that stuff, and I've got to get busy. So I'm in my sewing room. I have been longing to get back into my sewing room. And a few reasons I haven't been in my sewing room lately is, well, I was in the middle of sewing when I think I shared with you guys back in September, actually. It was towards the middle end of September. My back went out, and for 5 weeks, I was literally almost incapacitated. I mean, I was able to get up and walk, but I was experiencing a lot of pain. So I was in the middle of making a mini G pattern, and I stopped, dead in my tracks, and I have not been able to get back to it. And this is the pattern. And funny thing is, I can't find the pattern envelope, and I just had it the other day because I was reviewing where I need to, where I was and what my next steps are. I don't know what I did with the pattern envelope. I do have the pattern pieces cut out here on my table, so I have that, but I don't know what I did with the envelope. I do have the instructions though, thank goodness. But this is the pattern. It's the Mimi G, and it is still a current pattern. It's 8084, 8084. And I'm making the short version. It is a long, like ankle length or longer if you want, dress, as well as a regular length dress. And you can also make it a tunic. Depends on how much you shorten it. But I'm making the shorter version as kind of a dress tunic type dress, and I will probably wear it as a dress for the most part, but it can be worn also with leggings. Now, my body is not suited for leggings for the most part, but I think it all depends on how you dress with them, and I would only wear leggings out if I'm wearing a tunic type top with it. So in that case, I could wear leggings too. My legs aren't bad. It's the rest of my body that I have a problem with. But anyway, guys. So another thing is I've been kind of slow about getting in here because I do want to kind of, sew along and chit chat with you guys about the projects I'm working on. But I don't have a tripod yet. I still need to get my tripod. And what I'm going to do is get two of them so that I can put one near my table and one near my sewing machine, so it will kind of make sense without having to kind of readjust so much during the process. Sewing, a lot of people don't realize how much you move around with sewing versus other crafts, where you can kind of be more stationary. But anyway, I need to do that because I don't have anybody to record me, so I need to kind of get myself set up. That's the other thing. Um, and then the other thing is time. So my last big project in my, for my paper crafting was my Christmas cards. But yeah, I am going to schedule time in my sewing room, and what I'm going to probably end up doing is kind of alternating, when I'm in my sewing room and when I'm doing paper crafting versus sewing. Here's the other thing I thought about, so let me know what you think. I know most of my subscribers currently watch for my paper crafting, for my card making, and when I'm making mini albums or whatever. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. But some of you that enjoy the paper crafting have no interest whatsoever in sewing. So I kind of thought about doing a separate channel for my sewing. So I would love to see how many people that would be interested in seeing the sewing videos, and if I have enough people that would, rather see just the sewing and not the paper crafting, I might go ahead and do a separate channel for my sewing. Let me know down below what you think, and I will definitely let you know if I do decide to just make a separate channel for my sewing. I'm kind of leaning that way, just so you're not interested in the sewing, you don't have to, worry about weeding through. And then if you're not interested in paper crafting, you don't have to weed through those. So let me know down below. I'd appreciate that. If I can find the picture, and I'm pretty sure I can find a picture of this, I'm going to try to include that in my clip here too, because I would love for you to see the color picture of that. So a couple of things I did buy. I bought some fabric, guys, and I will come on and share that fabric haul. It's not a huge haul. I did kind of control myself, but I'll show you that when I get that fabric and what my intentions for that fabric is. Around President's Day, Joann's had a pattern sale, and I didn't go in there. I just didn't even go in because I was thinking, I don't need no patterns, and if I go in there, I'm going to buy a bunch of patterns. So I didn't. I did not. But I did go in Joann's the other day, and guess what I got? 2 patterns. Only 2 though. And what it was, at this Joann's, on the top of the counter, a lot of times they have the racks of patterns up there. And so they had a lot of simplicity patterns that have been discontinued. And with that, they were marking them down to, I think it was $2.99. So I got 2 patterns. One is this pant pattern 8514. Just a nice slim leg pattern. I like that a lot. I can kind of use a pair that, in fact, I need to, kind of revamp my pants. Most of my pants are much wider leg than what's, in fashion these days. But I don't follow fashion trends for the most part, but I do want some slimmer leg pants. And then this one here, I love this top, and I don't recall ever seeing this top before. So if you'll notice, the top has a lot of cut angles in the design, and I like that a lot. So I got those 2 patterns, guys. I controlled myself only because since they were discontinued, there weren't a whole lot of them, and especially not in my size, but there was a lot of junky kind of like costumes and stuff like that. So another day I was in Joann's, I saw the vintage sewing planner kit, and I decided to go for it. I did use I think either 50 or 40% off coupon. So I did go ahead and purchase this. It's really cute, and I think I'll enjoy using it. It has some stickers in the front. I don't know how much I'll use the stickers and stuff, but, and I'm using this expressly for sewing, nothing else. It has some clear pockets here. I'm trying to hold this up so you can see. Clear pockets that I can put, like swatches of fabric maybe, and pictures of patterns that I want to do. And then it has, where you can kind of, it's a reference guide is the first one here. Reference guide that has like a glossary and some reference information for sewing. Nice little reference guide. Then a project tab here where you can plan out your projects. Then there's a place for swatches. You can put your swatches, the type of material it is, how much you have, and that type of thing. And then in the calendars, one thing, the biggest reason I went ahead and got this is in the pattern section, it's tabbed out for each month. And then at the beginning of each month, it has how you can plan your goals and projects for the month. And then on the month on 2 pages, it's not dated. That's the thing that if it was dated, I wouldn't have gotten it. But since it's not dated, I can start this anytime. And in my case, I'll probably start using it in earnest. I would start using it in March. Plan out my projects because we're almost in March. Plan out my projects here. With the month on 2 pages, put my dates in then as I begin to use it, and then just use it for the full year. So I like it. It's cute, and hopefully it will inspire me to actually get to work here in my sewing room. So I did get that, and those are only things I have to share as far as purchases lately. I have to usually do quite a bit of fitting of my patterns, so that will be something too that will be interesting to and I'm still learning. That's something that is a constant learning process because, you know, these patterns are not made for, you know, even the plus size ones. Sometimes I have to adjust. So they're not made really to be used straight out of the envelope. Then I have something that I think I never shared with you guys. I have a couple, actually 3 different pattern systems that I do want to jump into and begin working with. I have used these in the past, but it's been a while. I bought these years ago, and what the one set is called the Sure Fit pattern system, and this one is by Sparling. What is her first name? Oh, I forget her first name. Her last name is Sparling. Glenda. I think it's Glenda Sparling. And so she has these kits, and here's the pant kit, and that's the one that I did do. There's a dress kit that you can make dresses, shirts, just different versions of dresses. And then there is a shirt kit for both women to make blouses and men's shirts. I did get the children's and the men's modules also, but I do want to crack into these, and I will definitely share with you guys. It's literally where you can draft your own patterns that would be a lot more suited to your body size and shape. And then years ago, also right around the time I got that, I also got this other pattern system called Fit Nice. And it is a top and a bottom. It's pants and then tops. And it's a very simple pattern kit as well. And I do recall, sorry guys, I do recall drafting one of her patterns. In fact, here it is. I think it was pants. Pants are my nemesis. I have a horrible time with pants. As long as I've been sewing, pants are like the heart. Well, it's my body. It's what it is. But with this, it's several little supplemental guides came with it where you can make different variations. So I also bought that kit. That's another thing that I will share with you guys. And so quite a few years ago, this was actually way before I ever got those kits, is the system called Lutterlow system. This is not how it comes. It comes in a different little kit, but I just put them in a small ring bound binder. But this kit is very interesting, guys. It is patterns that you can get you get supplemental books. And I just took mine and put them in the sleeves. This is a European company, so the patterns are pretty much very conservative and not trendy so much. Um, and the interesting thing is there's several of these patterns that I would wear. You can wear anytime. They just don't go in and out of style so much. Maybe the pants, you might use something a little more up to date, but a lot of them are blouses, tops, and like this one as an example. This is one I had tagged to use one day. And this is a system where you take these little pictures. See how small those pictures are? Now this is, like I said, it's a small booklet that I have these in. And so the actual page is 5.5 by 8.25. That's the size of this sheet of paper. And if you'll notice the pattern, you would literally draft your pattern from these little templates. And that is a process that is just a whole nother process. There are a few videos on YouTube about the letter low system. So if you're ever interested in that, this is the name of the system, letter low system. You can search for videos, and these are the patterns that I have. And I got this years ago, and I only made one pattern. I think it was a simple little vest. But yeah, you literally can make your size. Now you do have to have the special ruler. This is the tape measure, sorry. The tape measure is in centimeters for one, but the whole thing is, this is at the beginning of the tape measure, and you use these. This has to be attached, because if you don't use the right tape measure, you're not going to get the right result. So you do have to have their system's tape measure in order to use the system. And like I said, there are videos online, but I do plan on doing, I'll start with something very simple because I haven't used it myself but once when I first got the system. But there's still a lot of cute patterns in here, and it's a very interesting system, but it's kind of neat. So I will be doing some of that. So those are some of my plans for upcoming videos. So I definitely will be back. I'm hoping to at least do a couple of videos a month on sewing. In fact, today I plan to go ahead and order a tripod so I can at least get started here around March or so. So guys, I just wanted to stop in, do a quick chit chat, get you caught up with where I am, what I'm doing, and what my plans are, especially for sewing. I will still be doing my paper crafting and doing the sewing, so kind of alternating. And that is the other reason why I think maybe splitting the channel, having a separate channel would probably be a good idea. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think, and I'll be back again really soon. The next one will probably be my fabric haul, or it's not a huge haul, but a few pieces, and sharing with you what my next projects will be, and hopefully maybe sharing with you my finished dress, the Mimi G dress. Alrighty, talk to you guys later. Bye.